Today, I'm going to share with you where and how I store all of my table linens. I'm Nicole with Adorn the Table. Many of you have asked when I'm creating my tablescapes where I store everything and how I store it. So today I thought I'd kind of peel back the curtain or maybe open the doors and share with you what I have with my table linens, where I'm storing them and how I'm storing them. And just so you know, this isn't the only place. I'm going to show you other places I'm storing my stuff in my home. But when it comes to table linens, most everything that's in this armoire is related to my dining room table. I'm going to open the doors and I'm going to go through it all with you. So when you're looking in my armoire, up on the very top shelf here, all of these tablecloths are for my table when I don't have any leaves in it. That way I know this is the size I'm looking for. I also have everything color matched. So I've got all my whites and my creams, my reds, my blues, my greens. All of them are in the same stack order. That way, if I'm going to be working on a certain color on my table setting, I kind of know where to go. I don't have to sort through everything. And by having them facing out like this, it's really easy for me to find them. I've also kind of taken time and figured out that having them folded in such a way gives me enough visibility, but they also then kind of stack nicely together instead of in different size stacks. And then further over to the left, these are all of my table runners. I do have them rolled, and I roll them in such a way that I roll them from the middle and then to the end. I find that that works best when I'm laying them back out. Unfortunately, they do kind of get a little flattened in here. I really want to find a way to be able to keep them nice and rounded. I've thought of different types of either dowels or like a gift wrap tube or other kind of tubes like that, but I haven't yet nailed down on the right thing. And the other thing too is that once I'm able to do that, I need to be able to make sure that I can store them someplace because they wouldn't store as easily and nicely here. For now, this is where all of my table runners are going. Then we come down to the bottom section of the armoire. All the way over on this side, kind of the bottom third, these tablecloths are when I have 2 leaves in my table. You'll notice it's kind of the smallest stack that I have. And that's because I don't have my table spread out that often that I need both leaves in my table. That usually is around 12 people around my table, and I've had more than that, but I usually don't have that much of a need for those. That's why I don't have as many tablecloths. They're also the hardest tablecloth size to find unless you specially order it or you go to a website that's got a ton of different options for your tablecloth size. And then the stack above that, like the next 2/3, that's for when my table has 1 leaf in it. Again, you'll notice I'm going from white to dark with my stack, making it easier to find the tablecloths. Then this middle stack, those are my nicer square tablecloths or the tablecloths that don't fit or are a little too small for when there's no leaf. Some of these are like odd shaped tablecloths or things that I use as a tablecloth but might not necessarily be a tablecloth. But so that's everything here. If you noticed, I did say my nice square tablecloths. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that my kitchen table is a square table, but I have casual everyday tablecloths somewhere else. I'm going to share that with you in a little bit, but this is where my nicer tablecloths go. And then further to the left, above the box, these are all placemats, and then I have a few stacks of tablecloths with matching napkins. I have more sets, but they're kind of mixed up where I've got napkins and tablecloths, but I do have a few separate sets here, and I think really that's mostly because they weren't fitting into the stack I have over here. They're when it gets to 1 or 2 leaves in the table. Placemats and those sets. And then the blue box, this is all of my heirloom table linens, the ones that mean a lot to me and that I want to make sure I keep in really good condition. And I then have those wrapped with archival safe tissue. So that's this blue box down here. Those are all of the table linens that I have stored in the armoire. One of the things to kind of point out with my table linens, I get very particular with my table linens. They're almost all either going to be cotton or linen or a combination. I would probably bet I don't have a single 100% polyester or other type of fabric with my tablecloths. I get really picky when it comes to quality of tablecloths. The other thing to point out is most of these tablecloths I have not paid full price for. I get to be a little frugal, and I will find a lot at estate sales or on clearance or maybe even at the thrift store. I don't have as much luck at thrift stores, but the other two is definitely where I tend to find a lot more of my table linens. So that's the top part of my armoire. I have some more down in the bottom part. On the bottom part of my armoire is all of my cloth napkins. Actually, all of my nicer cloth napkins. I have everyday cloth napkins someplace else that I'll show you. With the cloth napkins, on the far left, these are the smaller size cloth napkins. These are like 13 by 13 and smaller, like the cocktail size napkins are on this side. Then from this stack starting with the white all the way over, those are anywhere from 16 by 16 up to 20. I think I might even have a few 22 by 22 cloth napkins. But again, I have them sorted by color. So I've got the whites, the yellows, tans, I've got greens, reds, some black grays. I didn't have enough space, so I had to put more down here where you've got my blues and then some more whites and tans. And the way that I tend to stack my napkins is I fold them in half, but what I do is when I'm folding them in half, I actually have them all laid out on top of each other. And then I just do a simple fold. So they're all kind of folded on top of each other, not individually. And the reason why I did that, at first I was doing them individually, but I noticed that I was getting more of a hard crease in the middle of my napkins. And by doing it this way, it becomes a softer crease. And that way it's a lot easier to pick out the whole stack when I'm grabbing the cloth napkins that I'm looking for. What else I have down in my armoire here is I've got a few sets of my good flatware. The flatware my husband and I picked when we got married. I've got the silver plate flatware that I inherited from my parents. And then I have a nice set of gold flatware. And behind all of that, I've got some silver pieces that I inherited from my Nana. That's kind of where I'm storing them for now. They come out occasionally, but those are the bigger pieces. And I don't have yet what I feel is a good place for them, but that way I know they're all in the same relative area. So this is the majority of my table linens. Let me show you where I've got some more stuff. Now for the second place that I store my tablecloths. I'm in my kitchen, and this is where I keep my everyday square tablecloths that fit on our kitchen table. It's also where I store our everyday napkins. That way it's really easy to grab them and put them on my table. I am definitely that person who changes my tablecloths regularly. I kind of see tablecloths as dressing my table. I love how they change the look and the feel for my table, and that I can switch it out so easily. I also keep my everyday ones separate than my nicer ones because I don't care as much about these, and if they get stained or if something happens to them, I am fine recycling them out. But a lot of them I've had for a very long time. I store them just to the other side of our refrigerator. We've got a pantry here, and they're on the bottom. So I'm going to open up the door and I'm going to show those to you now. As you can see, I still kind of keep my tablecloths folded in thirds and somewhat color coordinated. I've got the reds and whites here. I've got blues. I've got a lot of different hodgepodge of colors. I don't get as fixated on how these look since I do use them for every day, and I'm not as particular as to how they maintain. The ones I have in the front here, these are the ones for our outdoor table. They are round, so they're not square and they don't kind of fit with everything else. But I also don't need to use them that often. Just, again, summertime or when we were eating outside. This is where I keep my everyday kitchen tablecloths. I mentioned we have everyday cloth napkins. They're in this drawer. We use cloth napkins for every meal, and I do keep them organized based on color in this drawer. So I've got my tan taupe ones, yellow, green, white cream. And these are a fun color mix. And then these are from tablecloths that I cut up. The tablecloths had holes or stains, but the rest of the tablecloth was salvageable. So they made great napkins. I don't care about these napkins if they get stained or something happens to them. I will then either make them into rags or they'll get tossed. And then when the napkins from my armoire get to a certain point and they have stains on them, they'll land in this drawer to become everyday cloth napkins. I've got one more place that I store all of my table linens. Let's go there next. Now we're in the third area of my home where I store my table linens. And honestly, I'm a little surprised I'm sharing this room with you, but I wanted to be honest with you and show you all of the places that I do store and how I store my table linens. Before I kind of go into this a little bit more, I'm going to let you know where my obsession for table linens came from and kind of how it took off. When I was a kid, my mom would go to the fabric store all the time, looking for things that she'd be able to use to make for us, to make clothes and other things. And my mom is a fabric artist, so there was a lot of time spent at fabric stores. But it's also where I would get lost in how many different options there were in fabric. Not only all the different types of material content, but then there's the colors, the patterns, and the styles. I just love fabric stores. I could spend so much time in a fabric store looking at all of the different options that there are out there and the different things that you can do with all of those different fabrics. Well, I've always loved fabric since I was a kid. And then my husband and we took a trip to Europe. His mom's from Belgium, and I told him I need to go and buy Belgium lace while we're here. In fact, I insisted that I get each type of Belgium lace that there was available because I knew it was going to be part of his heritage, part of something I could use, be able to hand down as an heirlooms. And when we were there, we went into this one store, and oh my gosh, my poor husband, I was there for hours trying to decide what tablecloths I was going to bring home, what napkins, what other pieces that I could get from a true store in Belgium. And we had backpacks, and I carried those linens with us the whole time. The whole 2 weeks we were in Europe, I had all of these linens in my backpack, carrying them around. I was not about to ship them. They were definitely going to be staying with me and coming home with me. But that's kind of where it took off from. That visit to that store in Belgium really spurred on my love of table linens, which is why you can see so many white tablecloths here. These are all either vintage or they're antiques. I've got embroidered pieces, I've got pieces with lace, lots of details, some that are much more simple. I've got ones from the 50s and the 60s. I've got all different sizes, and they are actually put together in a way that's organized. You might not be able to see it, but all of the napkins are together. I've got the tablecloths with the matching napkin sets, and they've all been washed and pressed. And the reason why this pile is up here is some of them are very similar to what I already have down in my armoire. And honestly, if you look at everything I have, I would be able to set my table every single day of the year and then still have leftover table linens, I would bet. So there's no way I'm going to be able to use all of these table linens. Well, I've got an idea that I might try to start selling some of it on Etsy. I haven't decided yet. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of me opening an Etsy store for table linens. I would love to get your feedback on that. Otherwise, I've got more linens in the laundry basket. These are ones I think I'm going to be holding on to. Like I said, I've got a whole pile behind me. I've got table runners and tea towels wrapped up. Just so many different options and uses that are available. Oh, I almost forgot. There is a fourth place in my home that I do have some more table linens, and that's hanging in a closet because they were dry cleaned. But I don't need to bother you with those. However, this is how I store and keep all of my table linens in a way that's organized for me so that I can always see them. I am one of those people, if I don't see it, I completely forget about it. I need it to be visual. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, allowing me to share with you all of my table linens, where and how I store them. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And remember, a beautifully set table is a gift to those gathered around it. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.